Virginia's making their comeback. Scored 7 straight. This guy's doing some jumpers too. Test. Two steps. Four-point game, sir. Dude, wouldn't it be awesome if we have the screens right now? We're supposed to have one. No. AF talked us out of it. Really? Well, AF said that it was
just because it's so bright in here, you want to be able to see everything. I guess that's true.
But also not. But also, that's how I feel about the subject. Because I want to play stupid basketball on it.
Red finger gun.
That guy has a weird shot. That's the guy at the top of the key. Watch him. That's at the top of the key.
Which guy?
The guy right at the top of the 3-point arc. Very top wall.
Shooting right here?
Yeah. No legs.
So how it works is work that you get
Testing. Testing. Perfect. I like that. That's pretty good. Actually, that's almost even a little loud. Nah, that's probably good. Test. Test. Perfect. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing.
Is it lined up with the video? Yeah, watch the video.
Okay. All right. So right now, number 45 is at the top of the key, holding a ball.
Jesse Gale, top of the key, guarded by Peterson. Jesse, he'll look left, fake right, spin move, pump fake, stripped by Dave.
There we go. That's a little better. Testing, testing. I like that. Test. Is that a good level?
I think that's a fairly great level.
So. I like that. That's good. Not too loud, not too soft.
Okay. What did he say?
So like if I do this, Okay, I'm going to switch cameras on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Is it going to be a delay?
Make sure the sound lines up in video. I think that's
Is it going to be delayed though?
video will be will be a little delayed. The radio should be just fine.
Alright.
Actually, yeah. There's a game.
What? West Virginia and Kansas. Good plans, man.
Alright. We seem to be good. Like your song to turn off my song. Sick. Again. Alright, let's just check our preferences here. Audio, video. Input, I would like to be the DR5 now.
Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. And that's going to be maybe a little loud just if we turn the main level down a little bit.
Picking me up, yeah.
Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. That's good. That's a good level.
No food left behind, sir.
We're all set to roll.
When do we want to start, dude? Do you want to do a longer pregame if Johnny will let us? Shoot, I can.
You want to?
I want to do a little bit of a longer pregame.
Sick.
Say like
Yeah, I'll just finish the draw.
8, 10 or 8 minute pregame. 5 or 6. Their guy that scores all the points is only 5 something. It's 5'11". So who's that 5'11" guy? That guy?
We'll put you on the list. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't put that high. But I mean, you're there.
No, Ethan, I'm at the very bottom.
That's true. No, don't say that about yourself. There's no there out here.
It says we're live. What? It says we're live.
Yeah. I started the stream.
I'll probably be listening down on the floor.
Sick. Yeah, the stream. Yeah.
Screen. And then I'll come up with
I think it should be worse just by itself. Six, 4, 3, 2, 3. Yeah, I definitely think I'm probably one of the more talented people. Yeah, probably. I just don't like to bring out that talent. I just no. Yeah, no, I know. West Virginia, losing. Kansas. I want those. Wow, I love this. Andy That's when you know that you're about to blow. Hey, I'll let you guys get you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, good talk. What?
Leaky.
Leaky fruity.
Very good basketball player.
Very good. Is very good basketball player. Trust us, we know all about leaky fruity. I am leaky fruity.
Alright, when did Johnny say we're good to go?
I texted him, he said, well, take over. Ready for this? Yeah.
All right. We're on in 7, 6, 3. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to KPGR and the Pleasant Grove Sports Network's broadcast of high school basketball. I'm Ethan Hollis, joined alongside by Cole Karen, and we're here tonight as Pleasant Grove is home facing the Herriman Mustangs.
Yep, Pleasant Grove has already played Herriman once this year, in which Pleasant Grove has come out victorious 61-50. They played at Herriman. Tonight's game will be in the Valhalla Arena in Pleasant Grove. It's going to be a fun game tonight.
Yeah, it really should be a good game. Last time these two teams met up, it was back in January 19th to be exact. Pleasant Grove came out victorious there on the road game, 61-50. Good game.
Yeah, in that game, because I think we'll see a lot of the same tonight, Brody Childs led all scorers with 17, and then on Herriman, Jaden Vaughn had 16 points, and then which Pleasant Grove met that with Braxton Leatham having 14 points. You know, I think really the key for Pleasant Grove is how are they going to match up with Brody Childs?
Yeah, I mean, Brody Childs, he just always comes out and always makes an immediate impact for the Vikings, averaging 18 points per game, 7 rebounds. He throws a steal in there every now and then, and he's just a monster inside, and he can also play outside, though. So it's going to be tough for Herriman to match up against him and his athleticism.
Yeah, it's like Ethan said. I mean, the Pleasant Grove's Brody Childs leads the team in points, rebounds, and steals.
Yeah, I mean, that's no small feat.
If we're talking about the power forward, we might as well talk about the center, Matt McCarty.
Yeah, Matt McCarty, he just is a monster as well for Pleasant Grove. Their number 2 scorer, 11 points per game, 4 rebounds a game. He's just absolutely dominating down low. There are moments in games where we'll see him take over on both sides of the court, whether it be providing a huge impact on the defensive end with his size and his length, or whether it be on the offensive side using some nice low post moves and getting to the basket for some easy buckets.
You mentioned defense, and one stat that we found while we were looking it up is Pleasant Grove has the least amount of points scored in their total region, 969 points, 428 against their region opponents, which is the least out of the Region 4 teams, which is tough to do because Region 4 is so tough to play in.
Yeah, I mean, Pleasant Grove, they're definitely a slow it down kind of a team. We see a lot of teams in Region 4 that like to run the ball. They like to get up and down the court and get buckets, averaging upwards of 70, 75 points. Pleasant Grove, that's not them. They're going to get about 60, 65 a game is what they want, and they just want to hold you to 50.
Yep, and they've done that against multiple opponents, such as Lone Peak, in which they lost at the buzzer. But Pleasant Grove then had a struggling game against AF, in which they then bounced back finally in the game versus Westlake, where Matt McCarty took over along with Brody Childs.
Yeah, I mean, another team that Pleasant Grove was able to halt on the defensive end was this Herriman team last time they faced. Pleasant Grove won 61-50. Right around, I mean, Pleasant Grove doesn't want teams scoring 60 points against them. I think a big storyline again the last time these two teams met up was Pleasant Grove's hot start. Pleasant Grove, they're not known to come out fast and be scoring lots of points, but Pleasant Grove outscored Herriman in the first quarter alone 14-6. In the second quarter, they outscored them 15-9.
Yep, and then they slowed down in the third quarter with only 8 points in that quarter, but then with their big lead out front, they were able to get 24 points in the fourth quarter and able to really take on victory. Like you said, they're not known for starting fast, but they finish very, very well.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove really has done a great job finishing, as seen last game when Pleasant Grove was able to beat a team that was ahead of them in the standings. They beat Westlake, They won that game 62-56. Great win for the Vikings.
Yep, and one thing that we cannot forget to mention is really the shooters in Braxton Leatham, who hits a lot of threes, as well as Keegan Kuhn. But I think the main man that sets it all up is Braden Wellman.
Yeah, Braden Wellman. I mean, his stats, I just barely looked at them from the last time these two met up. He had 8 points, so I mean, that's a fair amount for a high school game, especially for a team averaging 60 a game roughly. But the big number, 10 assists.
We saw a lot of that last week at Westlake when he literally was just a facilitator on the floor. In one instance, he was driving baseline and then threw a no-look pass under his arm to hit Keegan Kuhn outside for the 3. It was just literally incredible to see him at work, seeing the floor. Also, his lateral quickness is just none can match it, because if you want to try to get by Braden Wellman, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, people underestimate him for his size. He's only coming in at 5'8", but he makes up for that in 100% speed, agility. He's just worked on that throughout the years, and we've seen him improve so much as a player. So now here in his senior year, he's really just one of the captain leaders for this Viking team.
We mentioned him earlier, the man who only had 9 points on the last time these guys played, but Keegan Kuhn has been nothing short of on fire.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely hit his stride. I think it really was that Lehigh game a few weeks ago that really was a breakout for him.
Definitely.
When he ended up scoring, I believe, 25 points, including 22 in the second half.
Yep, he really just took over. Pleasant Grove was down at the end of that half, being out-rebounded. Keegan just took over the game, probably had six.
Yeah, he had
6-3?
6 threes total, 5 in the second half, I think.
Yeah, that's just incredible. Along with, we see the two guard really switch up, the shooting guard for Pleasant Grove. Both of them really have good games, but we'll see none of them really play well on the same night. So who will it be tonight? We know Dave Peterson will be starting, but will Dave or Braxton be able to make that impact?
Yeah, I mean, as the season's gone on, we've seen Dave's numbers, his minutes slowly regress as Braxton's have grown. Braxton, he hit a slump midway through the season, but he's starting to, I think we're starting to see signs of him breaking out of that slump. We've seen him make a couple from outside and be able to help stretch that floor. And he's provided some good, solid defensive minutes as well. Dave, on the other hand, he's hitting a bit of a slump, and so hopefully we can see a little bit of a breakout for him. Get him inside when he drives inside, draws the foul, and just doing what he does best, getting to the line, finishing, as well as making some shots from outside.
Yeah, I mean, also, we're going to look at the Herriman roster, and Jaden Vaughn is really their best player with 13 points per game and 3 rebounds. He leads the team in points and assists and is second in rebounds and steals.
Yeah, that's...
And at only 5'11", that's a pretty big fact there.
Yeah, I mean, he's really this team's, I guess you could say, almost a Chris Paul-esque figure. They want him to be handling the ball and driving inside, making it from outside as well. He really is a great rebounder, though. That's the one thing that's really shocked me, just how many boards he averages per game. 3 for a point guard. I mean, that's a good number.
Yeah, I mean, in the last game they played Pleasant Grove, he had 16 points, 1 from outside. He had 3 rebounds and 3 assists, so really doing it from all over. Another player that we want to watch from Herriman is Jad Dagger, who is their really 3-point specialist. He's averaging 7 points per game, but he can go off at any time.
That's true. I mean, Dagger, he's just unbelievable when he gets hot from outside. So hopefully Pleasant Grove does a good job tonight keying on them. We were talking with some Pleasant Grove coaches before the game just to get their opinion on what sort of Pleasant Grove's been working on this week. And the big thing I think that I got from it was not being complacent and to not underestimate this Herriman team. This Herriman team, they're 10-7, 3-5 in Region 4. But one of those 3 wins came against Lone Peak,
which is Lone Peak's only loss throughout the year in Utah State. They did lose outside of it, but, I mean, that's still very, very impressive.
Yeah, 1 minute and 40 seconds here before the national anthem, the starting lineups announced. The Pleasant Grove team just coming out, warming up to finish things off before we get started. But, yeah, I mean, Herriman just winning a game against Lone Peak that I don't think anyone in the state really thought was going to happen. And because of that, it's opened the door a little bit, just a little crack for Pleasant Grove to still hold a chance at that #1 seed out of Region 4.
I mean, it is definitely possible. Pleasant Grove 4-3 in region. Their next game is versus Riverton. It'll be here at Valhalla.
It's definitely a must-see game.
Yeah, 13-4 total. Their 3 losses have been heartbreakers, not to say the least. The buzzer beater to lose to Lone Peak, the buzzer beater to lose to Westlake at home, and then Alta.
And then Alta in double overtime, I believe, or maybe it was just single. I think it was single overtime. Yeah, it was just been it's been a tough couple losses for Pleasant Grove. The only one that really I don't think Pleasant Grove had in control at some point in time was the American Fort game.
That's definitely true. That game was boring to say the least. I mean, nobody really got out to anything. There were both teams were in the bonus to start each quarter, so it was a long game, and nobody really got going. But Pleasant Grove, they play AF on next Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah, and that's coming up for the Vikings, and that's a big game they need to win on the road after losing their home contest against them. If they could steal a road game against either AF or Lone Peak, Pleasant Grove's in very good position for the state tournament.
Pleasant Grove and Herriman.
Coming up in just a couple minutes, we're going to leave you for about, 2 minutes or so here while the national anthem is played. We'll be right back with you, though, here on KPGR and the Pleasant Grove Sports Network.
Good luck.
field love Pleasant Grove, and especially the students he worked with. This given will be on Friday, February 12th, at 11 a.m. We will all miss Coach Hill. Thank you. Would you all please rise now to play our national anthem tonight, performed by the Pleasant Grove High School Band under the direction of Mr. Jason Grove.
As the teams get ready to announce their lineups.
We're back. Yeah, just thank you so much for tuning in, whether it be on KPGR 88.1 or also on our YouTube channel. You can find that. That's KPGR 881, and you can watch it live stream with video. Thank you so much for tuning in. So the starting lineups for the Mustangs. It's going to be number 12, Stockton Enger. You're going to see number 15, Leaky Fotu,
who is a defensive end on their state championship football team. Interesting to see how he does here on the court today.
Number 25, Jad Darger, and number 30, Jaden Vaughn, alongside number 20, Jake Sutton. Those will be your starting five for for Herriman, Pleasant Grove. They'll be keeping it the same five they always have. Dave Peterson at the 2, Braden Wellman at the point guard position. We'll see Matt McCarty at center, Keegan Kuhn and Brody Childs at the 2 forward spots.
It'll be interesting to see how they match up. They're definitely going to try to go strong with Leaky Fotu in there. He is a big boy, to say the least. He is 6'7", 255, and an All-American state football player. They're the star defensive end on their football team. They're definitely going to try to go big. It's going to be tough for Matt to match up against, but Matt's got skills to pay the bills.
Yeah, I think that may be a big X factor in this game. How Matt McCarty matches up with Leaky Fotu. How they do. If Matt can stay out of fouls against Leaky, and see if Herriman does try to send it down low. Without much further ado here, the teams are on the court, and Pleasant Grove just wrapping up their final pregame huddle here. Getting all set to get this match started. The officials anxiously gathered, ready to jump this ball.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, whether it's down low or outside. These teams make their difference. Pleasant Grove, we know, likes to slow it down. A low-scoring affair like we like to see, but lots of good, solid basketball. Not a lot of turnovers, not wishy-washy like we see some of the other teams play.
Yeah, so hopefully here Pleasant Grove can come out on top, as Matt McCarty will be jumping alongside Herriman's Jake Sutton. He's 6'8". So Herriman, they're going with a pretty big lineup. We have a 6'8", 6'7", as well as I believe another 6'5" guy. So here we go. All set for the jump now. Matt, he's going to win the jump for Pleasant Grove. Gives it immediately to Braden Wellman. Pleasant Grove, they'll be moving right to left as we see it here to start this half. David Peterson gets it in the left wing, and he'll give it up top. Ball rotates around the arc, ends up with Keegan Kuhn up top. He gets it down low to Matt. Matt loses the ball. Turnover quickly for the other way as Herriman. Herriman slowing it down, trying to get it inside to Sutton. Sutton goes up for the layup. No good. Rebound, Brody Childs.
Yeah, it's already a rebound for Brody.
So now, here we go. Pleasant Grove the other way. Brody gets it up top. Drives to the elbow. Kick out. Back to Brody in the corner. 3. No good. Front iron. Ball goes out of bounds off Keegan Kuhn. Herriman ball.
Yeah, Brody Childs, we already see going up against the Giants and getting that rebound, but missing the 3 on the other end. We know Brody likes to play a little bit more inside, and we'll see how that plays out today.
Vaughn takes it up the court. He passes it off to Darger. Darger gives it back to Vaughn. Vaughn finds Sutton. Takes it around the arc. Gives it back to Vaughn. Jaden Vaughn, guarded by Braden Wellman. Gets a screen. Kick out. 3. No good. Rebound by Braden Wellman. That 3 is missed by Jad Darger. Wellman driving inside. Gets it to Kuhn in the corner. Kuhn doesn't like it. Gives it right back to Wellman. Wellman drives it inside again. Sends it to the left corner to Childs. Childs gives it up top to Peterson. Hand off to Wellman, who drives inside. Lefty bounce pass to McCarty on the right block. McCarty pirouettes. Puts up a hook shot. No good. The ball goes out of bounds, though, off Herriman. Pleasant Grove basketball.
Yeah, Matt McCarty, I mean, like we said to start this game, they're going to start out slow, and they're really not they don't start out fast, and they don't go fast. But when they get going, they get going.
Inbounds for Pleasant Grove. Ball gets up top to Brody Childs. Brody, guarded by Leaky Fotu. Gives it to Dave. Dave gets a screen, drives inside, nearly loses the ball, is able to get it out to Keegan up top.
No shot clock, so they're just going to wait it out.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove, again, they're slow to find their shot. Wellman dribbling it. Finds Kuhn up top. Kuhn, he's guarded by Darger. Gives it to Wellman in the left corner. Gets a screen. Pick and roll. Matt McCarty. Layup up and good.
I mean, easy buckets for Pleasant Grove. They're not looking for anything special or to take a hard shot.
2-0. That's the first basket of the game. 5 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Ball given up top. That's Vaughn. Vaughn guarded by Wellman. He gives it to Darger. Darger finds on the elbow jumper. No good.
Another rebound for Childs.
Pleasant Grove going quick, not liking anything. Wellman driving inside, kick out Kuhn. He'll dribble it up top, hand it off to Wellman. Wellman, of course, he'll take his
He's got
sweet
the mismatch
time.
going.
Yeah, Wellman, he's guarded by Jake Sutton, 6'8" guy. They finally switched it back. Dave Peterson gives it to Wellman. Wellman gets a screen from Childs. Wellman dribbles in, kick out. Dave. Back to Wellman. 3. No, back iron. Offensive rebound, though, by Brody. Brody will take a free throw line jumper, and that's good.
3 rebounds and 2 points already for Brody Childs, who is really starting to take over this game, whether it's offensively or defensively. I mean, he's been playing great defense on Leaky Fotu, not letting him get inside and get any rebounds at all. And also, Matt McCarty getting into a rhythm, which we love to see, because when Matt gets going, as we talked to Coach Pont earlier, Matt's going to be the guy that they're going to go to tonight.
Yeah, quick timeout taken by Herriman to talk things over after falling behind 4-0, 3 minutes into the first quarter here. So Pleasant Grove, they came out, yeah, they've just done a great job at executing on offense, taking their time, leading 4-0 now with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. And now Stockton Enger, he's going to pass it into Vaughn. Vaughn's going to be pressured up the entire court by Wellman. Vaughn gets it past half court. He gets it to Fotu. Fotu guarded by Kuhn. Ball moved right to left around the arc. Passed inside to Fotu. Fotu working down low. Blocked by Matt McCarty. Matt gets the block on the layup. Coming to help on a double team. Full court lob down the court to Brody Childs. No good.
Coach McAllister nodding his head saying, yeah, good look. But, I mean, he's also saying, slow it down. You know, this is how we play the game.
Vaughn gets the inbounds pass after the Pleasant Grove turnover. That was great defense on that last possession by Matt McCarty, helping Keegan Kuhn out with the double team.
Braxton Leatham will get in to sub.
Enger, he's guarded by McCarty, driving to the rim, layup, good. Herriman on the board now. 4-2 is the score. Wellman up top, taking his sweet time. Picks up his dribble, gives it to David Peterson. Peterson guarded by Stockton Enger. Finds Wellman in the left wing, who gives it immediately to Childs. Childs gets a screen from McCarty. Pick and roll. McCarty's layup, no good. Tipped out. Hauled in by Herriman, Stockton, Anger, and the Mustangs are going the other way. Jaden Vaughn probing inside, doesn't like anything, takes it out to the right corner. Picks up his dribble, trying to get it inside, can't, has to send it up top to Anger. Stockton, Anger, he'll give it back to Vaughn, right back up top. Westlake moving the ball, taking their time as well. Anger has it, finds Vaughn off a little screen. Good, jumper good by Noah Vaughn, or Jaden Vaughn, excuse me. 4-4 now. Wellman driving inside, kick out, 3, no good by Brody Childs, rebounded by Vaughn. He's going quick the other way. Passes it out to Stockton Anger. Anger driving inside, blocking foul called on Keegan Kuhn.
Yeah, they're going to put Braxton Leatham in here maybe to get a little bit more of that three-point presence because we know they like to go slow, but they also like to kick it out, find those outside guys, and to hit those open threes. Dave Peterson will come out. Braxton Leatham, their three-point specialist, had 14 points the last time these teams played.
Yeah, Herriman, they're going to do some substitutions as well as we see Noah Valle come in. He's a football player as well for those Mustangs, the state champion Herriman Mustangs, and he'll get the ball up top. He's going to give it right back to Vaughn. Vaughn gives it to Valle. Inside pass, trying to get it inside, swatted away by Matt McCarty and stolen. Braxton Leatham going quick the other way. Gives it to Wellman. Wellman who penetrates into the paint before kicking it out to the right wing to Kuhn. And there's an offensive foul called against Keegan Kuhn.
Keegan Kuhn, that's his second foul already. They're going to sub in Doman.
Yeah.
Pleasant Grove going small and Herriman going big.
Not good as Pleasant Grove sees Keegan Kuhn, one of their starters, get 2 quick fouls here with still 2 minutes and 51 seconds left in our first quarter. And we'll see Matt Van Komen check in for the Vikings.
The 7'4" freshman.
You know, he's got almost a foot on Leaky Fotu, but Fotu's got probably 25 pounds on him.
Easily.
Noah Valle with the ball at the top. He'll give it to Vaughn. Jaden Vaughn gives it to Anger. Stockton Anger on the right wing. Kicks it to Vaughn. Vaughn for 3. No good. Rebound, Brody Childs.
This is already his 4th rebound.
Brody's doing a great job at crashing the boards as Braxton Leatham takes it up, picks up his dribble at the 3-point line. Doesn't have any shot. He gives it to Childs, who hands off to Wellman. Wellman on the right wing. Gets a screen from Van Komen. Gets another screen, driving all the way inside. Kick out.
Wow.
3. Leatham, just rimmed out.
Great vision there by Braden Wellman, though.
Rebounded by Mobley for Herriman. Vaughn nearly loses it out of bounds. Keeps it, though. He'll settle the offense. 4-4 is the score. 1 minute and 52 seconds remaining here. Noah Vaughn gets a screen from Fotu. Pulls up for a 3. Good. Herriman gets their first lead of the game.
A 7-0 run for Herriman.
Pleasant Grove, they've been struggling offensively this first quarter. As we see Wellman get it to Van Komen. Good on the pick and roll and 1.
I mean, just a little lob up there. Van Komen's so good at just the catch and lay up right there, and easy buckets for Pleasant Grove. We like how they're playing right now. They play it slow, but it's still very good here for Pleasant Grove. 6-7 with a minute 30 left in this first quarter.
Yeah, now we see Van Komen at the line. He can tie things up here with this free throw.
Now they're going really small. Besides
Herriman, that is.
And Pleasant Grove.
No good for Van Komen on the free throw. Herriman gets the rebound. Vaughn takes it up, passes it to Valle. Valle, quick ball movement by Herriman. Ball goes out of bounds, though. A muffled pass by Jad Darger.
Pleasant Grove now going with really 3 point guards with Dave Peterson, Casey Brown, and Jacob Doman, as well as Braxton Leatham with the 7'4" Van Komen rounding out in the inside.
Dave Peterson, the only starter on the court for the Vikings. Casey Brown,
also a freshman.
Also a freshman for the Vikings. Leatham, he has it on the right wing. He'll give it to Brown. Brown's guarded by Noah Vaughn. He's going to try to drive down the left alley. Doesn't have anything. Kick out to Doman. Doman gets a screen. Drives inside. Throws the ball up. Nearly a lost. Pleasant Grove lucky to retain possession. And now we see Matt Van Komen with the ball down low, and there's a foul called. Pleasant Grove will pass it on the baseline.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to try to get the ball into Van Komen as much as possible just to try to get some easy buckets, which is the way Pleasant Grove likes to play.
Peterson set to inbounds. He'll give it immediately to Van Komen. who gives it to Brown up top. Brown finds a cutting Leatham at the three-point line, who drives inside before immediately kicking out to the left wing, Dave Peterson. Peterson gives to Doman. Doman at the free throw line, trying to get it inside. That's picked off. Herriman going quick the other way. Noah Valle nearly gets it stolen, keeps his possession, pulls up. And that's just swatted away by Matt Van Komen.
Swatted it with his elbow.
Noah Valle shot a nice little free throw line jumper, and Matt just said no. So now Herriman will reset with 12 seconds left in the first quarter. They'll get last shot. Noah Vaughn. He has it up top. 5 seconds. He'll probably take it himself. Pulls up for a very deep three, and it's good. And that will end the quarter. That was 5 feet beyond the line, and Noah Vaughn, he just drains it.
Yeah, Noah Vaughn really taking over the game with his scoring. Brody Childs is really taking over the game rebounding-wise. I mean, they're trying to get their starters a little bit of rest here. They know it's going to be a long game. 1 quarter gone. 10-6 is our score as Herriman leads Pleasant Grove. What are you seeing out there for Pleasant Grove that you don't like?
Yeah, it's just been a lack of offense so far. I think Pleasant Grove's done a good job at moving around, but Herriman's done a great job at moving with them and preventing Pleasant Grove from getting many open shots. Herriman on the other side, it's just been Jaden Vaughn who's just been able to single-handedly dominate tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing exactly what you're seeing, and just Pleasant Grove, just lots of inside game, but no threes hit yet for Pleasant Grove, which is usually their inside-out game because Pleasant Grove likes to get it into McCarty or to Childs or to Van Komen and then kick it out for Leatham or for Keegan Kuhn, and all I think they're 0 for 4 from 3 right now, in which Noah Vaughn, or
Jaden Vaughn
has hit 3.
I believe, yeah, he's got 3 shots, including that deep 3 to end the quarter at the buzzer.
He's 2 for 3 from downtown, and so I think that's where Pleasant Grove needs to usually keep it up because, going inside is really good. If you're a fast-paced team, but they need to get some outside work going.
Yeah, it's really Pleasant Grove. I think that they really live and die by the three-point line. Just if Pleasant Grove doesn't get a big secondary score, whether it be Kuhn or Leatham, they have trouble winning here as Herriman will start the second quarter with the ball.
Coach.
Valle, he gets it, and he kicks it to Enger. Enger on the right wing. Gives it back up top to Valle, who gives it right back. Ball finds itself in the hands of Darger, who gives it to Valle up top. Valle dribbles a couple times and gives it to Stockton Enger. Enger trying to get it inside, and turnover, Pleasant Grove ball. Wellman going quick the other way, finds Leatham. Left corner, 3, splash.
Just what we were talking about, that ball movement is going to find open corners, and that's what was there. Braxton Leatham in his first 3 and hopefully many more.
I'm continually impressed with Braden Wellman, his ability to see the court. He's had a number of assists tonight already. Offensive foul called on Herriman. That's going to be on Jad Darger as he cut through the middle. And so now that's a turnover. Pleasant Grove basketball. Pleasant Grove down by 1. 10-9 is the score. 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Wellman gives it to Childs up top. Pleasant Grove moving the ball around. Peterson gets it. He'll give it to Matt McCarty on the high post. Matt's going to try to work down low. Spins around. Fadeaway jumper, and that's just denied by Jake Sutton. Herriman quick the other way. Noah Valle pulls up for a 3.
Nope.
Front iron, no good. Rebound, McCarty.
Matt McCarty's so good, even after missing a shot and maybe even getting a little bit discouraged, always getting back to find the rebound.
So now Wellman with it for Pleasant Grove. Hands off to Childs, who will drive inside. Try to get it to Matt McCarty, and Matt can't quite get a handle on the ball. Turnover. That's a big thing I've seen for Pleasant Grove, just inaccurate passes when trying to get it down low there to Matt.
Fotu will come into the game and also will Jaden Vaughn.
Jaden Vaughn hands it off to Darger. Darger gives to Fotu. Just a nice little weave basketball going on right now for Herriman as we see Sutton make a great move to get inside. Kicks out to Vaughn. Vaughn pulling back a little Kobe-esque fadeaway, and that's good.
Yeah, we saw that a lot, but not by Kobe, with Jesse Wade, if you remember in the state playoffs last year from Davis. Just a little bump and a little shove, but able to get that that shot to fall. That's a lot of what we saw last year from Davis.
3-point lead for Herriman. As now Pleasant Grove has the ball. Leatham, left wing, he gives it to McCarty. McCarty gives it back out. Wellman resetting, getting a screen from McCarty. Little pick and roll, and he had McCarty wide open but didn't find him. Dave Peterson, though, will drive inside, gets rejected. Pleasant Grove retains possession. Peterson on the left corner, guarded by Fotu.
A little bit of a different mismatch there.
Peterson doesn't care. He'll pull up for three. No good, though. Rebound, Herriman going quick the other way. Anger. Nice move, and he loses the ball out of bounds. The pass is deflected by Braxton Leatham, and Herriman will retain possession, passing it in from the sideline. On the pass in for the Mustangs is Jad Darger. Darger gets it into Vaughn. Jaden Vaughn guarded by Braden Wellman. Vaughn, left wing, picks up his dribble. Gets it to Fotu. Fotu guarded by McCarty. Fotu's going to try to back down Matt. He is able to get to the rim, put up a layup, and he's fouled by McCarty.
That is a big man going to the rim right there. McCarty played good defense until the end. That spin move by Fotu, able to get up. McCarty just hit him on the arm, making him run from the line. That's all they're trying to do, really.
Leaky Fotu is 255 pounds.
Matt McCarty, his weight is not listed, but he is not
250 pounds. First free throw is an air ball. Leaky Fotu airballs the free throw.
Good foul, McCarty. That's what the coach is telling him right now.
And maybe he'll have a little bit more luck for the second one. Pleasant Grove trails by 3, 12-9 with 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Second free throw hits back iron, bounces out. Rebound, David Peterson. 0 for 2 from the line is Fotu, who he's not a strong free throw shooter. Wellman gives it to Peterson, right wing.
Pleasant Grove setting up their plays.
Leatham gets it. He'll drive all the way to the hoop and puts up a nifty little layup over Fotu. Great play there by Braxton Leatham to get inside. Vaughn now gives it to Fotu. Fotu, he's going to try to drive again, and he does with ease. Getting all the way to the hoop and putting up a nice scoop layup. 14-11. Pleasant Grove still down 3. Wellman guarded by Vaughn. Jaden Vaughn has done a stellar job so far limiting Wellman, as Wellman gets it to Matt McCarty. That was Brody Childs who loses it. Quick the other way is the Mustangs. And the ball goes out of bounds.
Great play by Wellman.
Off Jake Sutton's knee as Wellman forces the turnover, gets the ball back for the Vikings after forcing a bad pass on the
Jake
offensive
Sutton
end.
probably has a foot on Wellman and probably another 1.5 feet on wingspan-wise, but Braden Wellman just able, if you're a big man, you always want to hold that ball up in the air, and he brought it down there, able to strip it, hit it off his knee. Pleasant Grove retains possession.
4 minutes now in the first quarter. Leatham, left wing, gives it back to Wellman up top. Cross-court pass to Leatham. Leatham trying to get it inside. It goes off a couple defenders' legs and taken by Herriman. Stockton Anger, coast to coast. He gets it. 16-11 now. 3:35. Herriman leads. Pleasant Grove struggling on offense. Wellman finds Leatham in the corner. Leatham dribbles it up top and gives it back to Wellman. Pleasant Grove just unable to work anything down low as Leaky Fotu's done a great job defensively against Matt McCarty.
As well as Keegan Kuhn hasn't scored yet.
Yeah, Kuhn in the game with 2 fouls. As well as Casey Brown is also in the game. Casey up top gives it to Wellman.
Oh, they missed.
Finds
Matt
Leatham,
McCarty.
corner 3, no good. Rebounded by Jake Sutton. And now Herriman's going the other way. Jaden Vaughn, kick out to Noah Valle. Valle was apparently had his foot on the line. Turnover. Pleasant Grove ball. That's just been a big thing. Herriman just having a lot of mindless turnovers. That's keeping Pleasant Grove close here in the first half. Down by 5, 16-11.
With 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
It's been a low-scoring defensive battle so far.
Yeah, both teams are on track for about 30 points.
Brown up top, gives it to Wellman, right wing. Guarded by Vaughn. Wellman finds Matt McCarty wide open, but then a great defensive play by Leaky Fotu sliding over, and Matt just ran into a wall, ends up traveling.
Coach McAllister's telling him, just go up, draw that foul. You're a great free throw shooter, but, Matt trying to do a little bit too much.
And Braden Wellman is having to leave the court. I guess he has some blood. Yeah, so they're going to give that to the trainers. No blood on the court, so we're going to see Dave Peterson will check in for the Vikings.
Shout out to our athletic trainer, Christian Everett, getting that cleaned up real quick.
So now Herriman set to pass the ball and resume play with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Jaden Vaughn, hands off. That's to Enger. Enger driving, layup, foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Great drive there by Stockton Enger as he goes down the right side hard, forces his man off balance, and ends up drawing the foul. And now he has 2 shots at the free throw line. He can extend Herriman's lead to 7. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove needs to find a rhythm here because they're not really able to do anything offensively or stop them defensively. I mean, they have held them to 17 points in 1 quarter, which is really good. But when you're only scoring 11, that needs to be picked up.
So here we go. Stockton Enger at the line, shooting 2. First one, nothing but net. It's a small fan section here tonight for the Vikings. Not a lot of people coming out for this Tuesday night showdown. Second one here for Enger. And it is no good. Rims out. Rebound by Matt McCarty. He gives it to Braden Wellman. Wellman takes it up the court quick. Gives it to Dave Peterson. Peterson drives up the left side before kicking out to Wellman. Wellman gives it to Kuhn, left corner, guarded by Fotu. Kuhn doesn't like that matchup, gives it back to Wellman. 2 minutes remaining here to play in the first half. 17-11 is the score.
Okay.
Pleasant Grove moving the ball around, gets it to McCarty. High post, kick out to Kuhn. Kuhn back to McCarty. McCarty drive inside, kick out. Peterson, 3. It's just no good. Dave just hasn't been on as of late. Herriman running quick the other way. Vaughn gets it, 3. Yes.
Ooh. Smooth stroke there by Jaden Vaughn, just able to pull up. I mean, Coach McAllister cannot be happy with the way they're playing. Stay tuned next week. I mean, not next week. At the end of the game, when we announce our Pizza Factory Player of the Game.
Yeah, I mean, it won't be Jaden Vaughn because it only goes to Pleasant Grove players. But Vaughn has had one heck of a game tonight. He definitely ate his Wheaties. 20-11 is the score.
Vaughn is 4 for 5, I believe, from downtown.
I believe, he's just had a real good game so far.
Pleasant Grove players maybe looking a little bit more at the Herriman defenders while they're shooting, but Vaughn doesn't care who's in his face. His eyes are locked on that rim, and he is hitting his shots. Pleasant Grove gone inside a lot and got buckets down there. They have yet to hit a 3.
Yeah,
no, they have hit 1.
No, they have hit 1.
Braxton Leatham hit 1 3, but they are 1 for 6, 1 for 7. It's not pretty.
It's been a rough shooting night. Actually, it hasn't actually been that bad of a shooting night for Pleasant Grove. They just haven't been able to find any shots so far. It's been a great defensive night for Herriman. They've come out fired up for this game, and Pleasant Grove may have looked past them just a little bit. So now the teams will get back on the court to resume play following the timeout. Pleasant Grove ball. 1 minute, 35 seconds left in the first half. Wellman up top. Gives it to Peterson in the right wing. He'll get a screen from McCarty and just pass the ball off to Kuhn. Pleasant Grove taking their time to settle this offense up and try to find an open look. Wellman, left wing. Gives it to cross court to Dave. Gives it back to Wellman, who drives inside. Kick out to Kuhn. Kuhn doesn't have a shot, and he just bounces it right back to Braden. Braden Wellman dribbling up top.
Setting it up.
1 minute left. It would surprise me to see Pleasant Grove hold for just one shot here, but it could happen. Leatham, right corner, gets it down low to McCarty. McCarty right back out to Leatham for 3. Braxton hits.
That's what you love about Braxton Leatham. I mean, miss or make. I mean, the slot is always clean. He's always ready to shoot more. And what do shooters do, Ethan?
They shoot.
And that's what Braxton does.
Yeah, he's got a great shooter's memory. He doesn't remember if the last one made it or if it missed. He just knows that he's going to shoot one here. As Herriman may hold for one last shot, 30 seconds left in the game. Enger has it. Stockton Enger drives, finds Jaden Vaughn, who finds Noah Valle, Inside, Valle travels, and now with 24 seconds left, it'll be Pleasant Grove ball. Brody Childs will check in for Keegan Kuhn. They don't want Keegan picking up a cheap third foul here in the first half.
14-20 is our score with 23 seconds. Now I'm betting we will see Pleasant Grove hold for one shot.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove will definitely be holding the ball for these last 20 seconds, and they'll get one final shot at the buzzer. So last game, they saw this situation. They saw Matt McCarty make a 30-foot three-pointer. So we'll see what happens here with 7 seconds left. Wellman, left corner, gives it, pick and roll, finds McCarty. McCarty down low, layup, no good. Tip in, no. So that will end our half. 14-20 is the score. Herriman with the lead. Pleasant Grove just needing to get some offensive momentum here, hopefully at halftime.
Yeah, I mean, the real big story, I think, for both teams is the defense. It's 14-20 at the end of the half, which is low scoring, which is what Pleasant Grove wants. They don't want to run up the score, but also the person that is carrying Herriman the most is Jaden Vaughn.
Yeah, Vaughn's just been able to have one monster game.
He's already eclipsed his average. He is taking over. He's 4 for 5 from downtown, as well as a nifty little layup that he has. My math tells me that is 14 points.
That's a lot, for sure.
14 points, and that's as much as Pleasant Grove has, and that's only 6 points that they don't have without him. So,
Pleasant Grove, they're just struggling on offense. They're doing a great job defensively. I mean, they've been able to hold Herriman to 20 points. The problem is Pleasant Grove only has 14.
It'll be interesting to see what adjustments Pleasant Grove makes, because Pleasant Grove is such a great second half team. Coach McAllister always finds ways to get other people the ball that need it. And I think the person that they need to find more is Braxton Leatham. Yeah,
I really do. Braxton's done a great job hitting from outside. He's hit 2 threes today for the Vikings, and they've just been he's been the only one that's spaced the floor for Pleasant Grove. I think Braden Wellman's been able to do a good job at penetrating and kicking out to shooters. Problem is they haven't been making it. Either that or there's just not an open shot. Herriman's just done a great job at transitioning on defense.
Other players that have been playing well is Brody Childs, who has not had that many points. I think he has 2 points, but I think he already has 6 rebounds, which is impressive for Brody against this much bigger, from what we've seen, Herriman Mustang team.
It really has. I pulled up here the Region 4 standings. In the lead is Lone Peak at 7-1, but Pleasant Grove is not far behind. They're 4-3. American Fork is technically half a game ahead of them at 5-3, and Westlake at 4-4. Lehigh 3-4. Herriman is at 3-5. So it's this is a pretty big game for Pleasant Grove.
It's a tight cut region, the best region. I think everyone would really agree in Utah, Region 4.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It's just if Pleasant Grove can win this game, they can move into a tie, I believe, in second place. We have some scores around the region here that are reported. Lone Peak and Lehigh are actually in a real tight game right now. Lone Peak up by 1, 29-28.
We'll keep an eye on that one for you. Also, scores from everywhere. The Jazz are down to the Mavericks 56-47. 1 minute till halftime there. The Spurs lead the Heat 56-50. The Wizards lead the Knicks by 5. The Bucks are beating the Celtics right now. So also some college scores that have happened. We saw Kansas beat West Virginia. We've seen Maryland beat Bowie State. And the number 19 team in the nation, Dayton, beating Duquesne 76-70, 76-74. And also, we've seen one upset so far, Purdue upsetting the number 8 team, Michigan, in overtime. Though Denzel Valentine had 27 points, not enough. Coach Izzo's team, they call it it's March Madness. The Final Four always includes Coach Izzo. And really, the state tournament always includes Pleasant Grove. Though haven't been able to squeak one out in since 1956. They They're always there.
They've been a staple at that tournament. Hopefully they can make it again this year. They just need to finish in the top 4 in Region 4. But ideally finishing in one of those top 2 spots gives them a much better seed for those playoffs.
So Pleasant Grove is 3rd in the region behind Lone Peak and American Fork. American Fork definitely catchable.
American Fork, if Pleasant Grove wins out, I believe, they win the season series against American Fork. And they would then have the number 2 spot. So, and then depending on how the ball bounces with Lone Peak, Pleasant Grove could wind up even as high as number 1. But before we can talk about winning out, we first have to talk about winning this game, something Pleasant Grove's struggling with right now, trailing 20-14.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove and Herriman, they've both been doing a great job defensively. But offensively, really both teams have struggled. The only person that's really come out to play, it looks like, is Jaden Vaughn, who has 14 points already. That's as much as Pleasant Grove scored all game, and that's only 6 points that they've scored on the floor without him, Herriman. So it's fun to see this guy perform, really. I mean, we didn't get to see him because we did not broadcast the game at Herriman. So this is our first time getting a really good look at Herriman, KPGR, PGSN. But he looks unstoppable.
He really does look.
No, that's 16 points.
Yeah, I mean, he's just been a dominant force for his team, scoring the majority of the points. And if Pleasant Grove doesn't find a way to contain him, which, I mean, is difficult because I'm not sure what you do to contain him when he's just pulling up from 25, 30 feet away sometimes here.
It'll be interesting to see how Pleasant Grove matches up with them.
Pleasant Grove, I mean, it's just been a struggle to get some scoring for them. There's been a lack of it on both sides.
The final score right now, if both teams score in the second, and both teams score, would be 40-38.
Yeah, I mean,
or 32.
Yeah, that's a pretty small score here. In Herriman, they're coming off a win. Their last game, it was against Riverton. They pulled that one out 50-45. Riverton is yet to win, I believe, a game here in region.
That is definitely true.
So it's just been so far, aside from Riverton, though, the entire Region 4 is very, very strong.
Yeah, so the standings for Region 4 look like Lone Peak is 7-1 in region. American Fork is 5-3. Westlake not far behind at Pleasant Grove at 4-3. Westlake at 4-4. Herriman down at 3-5, and Riverton has 1-1.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they did
1-7.
You're right. Oh, I remember Riverton, I believe, beat Lehigh. That was a crushing blow for the Pioneers. But so far, it's just a race for that top 4 spot. Lehigh just barely out of it. They know that's why this game they have right now against Lone Peak is a must-win for them. That would put them into a tie with Westlake for that number 4 spot.
And Pleasant Grove, if they, like Ethan said, if they do win out and they end up beating American Fork, I believe they would own it, right?
Yeah, Pleasant Grove would have the number 2 spot for sure. And if they can manage to, if Lone Peak can lose a couple games, Pleasant Grove could, I believe, sneak in as high as 1 if they work hard.
Other 5A teams, it's looking like, is the Bingham Miners.
Yeah, Bingham.
Who has not lost a region game.
Yeah, they're led by Yoli Childs, a BYU basketball commit. He's a monster down low. I believe he's 6'8". And I imagine Leaky Fotu, just not a football player, but a true basketball player.
Yep, it's definitely interesting to look at their schedule. They've lost to Overland, Colorado as one of their losses, and they ended up losing to Hopper Hills.
Yeah.
So also that one was a crushing defeat as well, 63-66. So Bingham looking at the 5A state title, as well as Pleasant Grove, American Fork, and of course Lone Peak.
As always.
Lone Peak's always in the talk. Also, the Region 2 is looking well with Davis at 7-1 in region, Layton at 6-1, Viewmont at 6-1, who Viewmont actually beat Lone Peak last year in the tournament on a buzzer beater. You have to think that Frank's not very happy about that.
Yeah, we see Herriman come out onto the court with just under a minute left warm up. Pleasant Grove, they've been out for about 2 minutes,
Like 2-3 so far.
2.5 minutes so far. They've just been shooting. I think McAllister's trying to get their shooting touch going and get things hopefully heated up for the Vikings, who I believe will start with possession to start the second half.
As well as Weber in the to finish out the 5A. Weber is 8-0 as well, 15-2. So, I mean, it's not just limited to Region 4. I mean, Region 1, Region 2, and Region 3 all have strong plays for the state title. It's going to be interesting this year to see how it plays out, and we're just excited to bring it to you.
Yeah, we really are. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you stay tuned in all the way through the broadcast to listen for the Pizza Factory player of the game, given to the Pleasant Grove player who does the most on the court to lead his Vikings to victory. Pleasant Grove, they'll pull out their starting five, as will Herriman. So for the Vikings, there's Dave Peterson, Braden Wellman, Keegan Kuhn, Brody Childs, Matt McCarty. Childs gets it up top. Childs immediately gives it to Peterson, who swings it one more to Wellman. Wellman drives inside, nifty pass to McCarty. McCarty lays it up and in and one.
Yeah, Matt McCarty has really been a force down low. I mean, also committing good fouls on Leaky Fotu, who got hit on the arm, airballed his first free throw and missed it. So Matt's been playing a very smart game, gets the and one to go here. Also with help from Matt Van Komen on the bench, their inside presence has been solid. It's just that outside shooting that's been spotty as Matt sinks it.
Yeah, Matt making the free throw for the and one. Pleasant Grove immediately gets a scoring boost with those 3 points to open our second half. 17-20 is the score. Fotu has it up top. He gives it to Sutton. Sutton finds Anger. Ball moves around, finds its way into Jaden Vaughn's hands. The ball eventually gets down low to Fotu. Fotu laying it up and in through two Viking defenders. He just looks like a man among boys sometimes there. Wellman picks up his dribble at the top of the arc for the Vikings and passes it to Childs. Childs finds Peterson up top. Dave gives it to Wellman. Wellman guarded by Jaden Vaughn. Gets a screen from McCarty. A good switch. Good pick and roll. McCarty gets it, lays it up, misses it. Put back, though, by Matt is good.
He just wanted to rebound first.
Yeah, and then quick the other way. Herriman tries to find Fotu, but Wellman intercepts it, taking it down for the Vikings. Childs driving down low. Bounce pass to McCarty. McCarty gets swatted, though. Turnover. Herriman going quick the other way. It's Vaughn. Pass it off. Dunk missed. That was by Sutton, who missed the slam dunk. And
he took 2 steps from the free throw line. He really tried to get up there. Just put it on the front rim, then the back rim, then shot it up like a catapult.
Ball goes out of bounds, so off Pleasant Grove. Pass in to Sutton. Sutton working down low on the left block. Matt just says no as Sutton tries to lay it in, and he denies it out of bounds.
Yeah, Matt McCarty's really been playing strong. He's already had the Pleasant Grove 5 points that have come in.
Jed Darger passing it in for Herriman. Gets it in to Jaden Vaughn. Vaughn gives it to Darger. Darger dribbles twice on the right side. Passes it inside. Ball goes off Sutton's hands. Pleasant Grove takes possession. Wellman finds Peterson on the right wing.
Good inlet pass.
He passes it down low to McCarty. McCarty
just loses it. He had a nice lay in there.
It's been an exciting down low matchup tonight between Fotu and McCarty as McCarty continues to attack the basket. As we see Sutton miss a jumper from the elbow, rebounded by Pleasant Grove.
Brody on another rebound, I believe that's 7 or 8.
Wellman gets a screen from McCarty, pulls up from the left elbow and drains the shot.
He's never, ever been a shooter, but when he shoots, his shot's not pretty, but it goes in. That's what Coach Mack likes to see.
And now timeout taken by Herriman as Pleasant Grove has cut the deficit to 1 quickly here in this third quarter.
Looks like Brody Childs will come out for Braxton Leatham.
Yeah, great adjustments, though, by McAllister at halftime. And able to just continue to challenge down low, giving Matt McCarty the ball and letting him work.
We look forward to seeing that. I mean, one turnover there, just losing the ball, but he had a nice layup. Pleasant Grove really playing the way that they want to. It's slow and steady, but they're also not giving up anything there.
Yeah, it's just been a slow, steady game, but Pleasant Grove now starting to speed up, catch their, start hitting shots has been the big thing, I think. 5 minutes and 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Pleasant Grove trailing by 1, 21-22, but Herriman yet to score this half. Or no, excuse me, I think they've had one layup. You're right.
They had one layup, but Pleasant Grove's defense really stepping it up. Brody Childs will sit, and Pleasant Grove will go even smaller. This is a really small lineup with Wellman, Dave, Leatham, Kuhn, and McCarty to round out the middle. So we'll see how this one works.
Herriman on the pass in, gets it into Fotu. Fotu immediately attacks the hoop, lays it up, lays it in. That's the drawbacks of having such a small lineup as Wellman goes quick for the Vikings. Kicks out. There's a corner three from Dave Peterson.
Dave gets on track.
And now Pleasant Grove trailing
How did they get
by
there? No,
there's a scoreboard error right now. It is a tie game.
That was a 10-point three-pointer. Or a 10-point layup by Fotu.
There was some scoreboard malfunctions. The scoreboard read 34-24. They are quick to reset it, though. It's 24-all as Fotu gets it at the free throw line, dribbling inside, kicks out. Ball finds its way into the hands of Darger, who does a nice wraparound pass to Fotu, who lays it up and in. Fotu dominating down low. 26-24 here. Fotu's impact has been huge this half. Leatham drives inside, kick out, Dave. Corner three again.
Yeah, that's what we like to see from Dave. Good drive by Braxton and kick out to Dave.
Nice job, Dave, hitting back-to-back three-pointers. Three to match it, though, on the other side is good. That's by Jad Darger.
He's their three-point specialist, like we said. We haven't seen Jaden Bond get into the mix yet, but I'm sure we will.
29-27, Pleasant Grove trails by 2. Leatham with the ball up top. Finds Kuhn, three. Back iron, no good. Rebound by Fotu. Herriman quick the other way. Stockton throws it up there. And
There'll be a foul on
that'll
Wellman.
be a foul on Braden Wellman. So Herriman will be passing the ball in as Wellman fouled Jake Sutton. Substitutions now for Herriman as Sutton and Darger will sit on the court for the Mustangs is Valle as well as Mobley. Penyamanina Mobley, who gets the pass in. Ball rotates quick around the arc, finds its way into Jaden Vaughn's hand. Back the other way with the rotation for Herriman. Eventually, we see the ball end up here in Stockton Anger's hands in the left wing. He'll drive to the free throw line, kick out to Valle. Ball gets down low to Mobley, who finds Fotu. Fotu driving, layup, no good. Offensive rebound, Fotu. Fotu tries to put it up, and he's going to be fouled. That foul is going to be against number 22, Dave Peterson, I believe. And I'll send Fotu, who is 0 for 2 from the line, including a spectacular air ball, at the line for 2 more now. First one here for Fotu. And it is no good. Back iron.
May see a hack-a-shack go here.
Fotu, he's just been getting the ball at about the free throw line, the high post, and he's just taking and driving hard to the rim. Pleasant Grove having trouble defending that. Fotu's second shot, though. He's 0 for 3 tonight. This one also no good. Pleasant Grove quick to take the ball the other way, trailing by 2. Wellman at the top of the arc. Gets it, 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound, Dave Peterson. Dave gets it, 3 for him, and he's good.
That's 3 for 3 for Dave this half.
Dave just splashing him.
30-29, Pleasant Grove takes the lead with 3:15 left in this third quarter.
Noah Valle, guarded by fellow defensive back Jacob Doman, finds Fotu, and there's a charge called on Fotu.
That's Jacob Doman just the smaller corner who had a pick at Herriman as a cornerback, just being able to take that, standing up as Fotu lowered the shoulder, got hit. Great job by Pleasant Grove.
So turnover for Herriman. Great play there on the defensive end as someone finally is able to plant their feet and draw that charge from Fotu. Dave up top gives it to Wellman. Wellman dribbles into the right corner, gets a screen, tries to get it down low to McCarty. Can't, but then Brody Childs finds a wide open McCarty down low, and McCarty lays it up, lays it in.
He was looking at Dave, no look pass down low. Great play by Brody Childs. He was looking at Dave, and the whole defense rushed over because they knew he'd been hitting. Matt staying where he's supposed to, easy lay-in. Great job by Brody Childs. That was impressive.
And now Herriman's going to take a timeout, trailing by 3, 32-29. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remain in this third quarter. Pleasant Grove has done a great job at coming out and generating offense. You called for it. You said Pleasant Grove needed to make some more shots from outside, and Dave Peterson, he heard you, and he's answering.
Yeah, I mean, me and Dave, we had sports marketing together last semester. I mean, no big deal. The telepathicity just wore off. It didn't wear off.
Great. It's been a great play by Dave on the offensive end, being able to find open shots, and he's just capitalized tonight so far.
One thing we haven't seen yet is Jaden Vaughn.
Yeah, Vaughn has been absolutely silent in the second half. Fotu doing the majority of the work for the Mustangs on offense. Stockton Anger set to pass it in for Herriman. He gets it into Jaden Vaughn. Vaughn will be guarded by Brody Childs. Pleasant Grove running a 1-3-1 zone. Anger gets it, passes it out to Noah Valle.
We haven't seen this since one of the opening games of the season, and that's why.
Mobley gets a wide open backside layup, but he misses it. Rebound by Van Komen, who's checked in. Van Komen, though, throws it right away. And now Leaky Fotu gets the ball, drives inside, lays it up, lays it in, and one after the foul by Van Komen.
Matt just turning the ball over. I mean, trying to give McCarty a break because he's out of breath over there.
Excuse me, that foul they're going to give to Dave Peterson.
Who Pleasant Grove really doesn't want to see get in foul trouble right now.
Yeah, Dave's picked up 2 quick ones here in this half. Luckily, though, they're his first 2 fouls. So Fotu at the line, he's 0 for 4, and now he makes 1. 32-32 is the score. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left here in our third quarter. Wellman gives to Dave. Back up top to Wellman. Ball finds its way across court to Dave. He checked 3.
That could have been an and one there. He slapped his hand. We heard it from the booth.
Yeah, Dave, no hesitation, shot right over Jad Darger, who's 6'5".
Great call by Coach.
Did not. Nothing but net. As now Noah Vaughn drives inside, and it's stripped by Dave. Dave Peterson having a great game here on both sides of the court. And now we see Doman get it. Cross-court pass to Childs. Childs gets it pushed. Push-off foul is going to be called. So now Pleasant Grove will pass it in.
Dave's got 12 points here.
Just in this half.
Just in this quarter.
It's just been the Dave Peterson show here right now.
I mean, DP, Dr. Pepper, Dave Peterson, what difference does it make here?
I mean, it's just been
call Dr. Dave
all day. So now, here we go. Brody Childs inbounds the ball to Matt Van Komen. Van Komen gets it, and Dave now finds the ball in his hands like it should. He'll give it, though, to Wellman. Wellman gives to Childs. Childs driving inside, lobs to Van Komen. Van Komen lays it up, lays it in. He barely even has to jump.
Didn't really.
Just sort of a little baby hop. And Pleasant Grove now has a 5-point lead. 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Dave Peterson, he's going to be the one in charge of guarding Vaughn.
He had a strip of Vaughn last play. We'll see how he does this time as Vaughn's going to take it.
Vaughn drives inside, and he's absolutely denied by Matt Van Komen, but they call the foul. Yep, the foul's going to be on Van Komen. It looked clean from our angle, but the officials ruled that it was not.
We like to see somebody like Dave Peterson gets hot. We've seen his minutes declining. He's making a difference here. But I think the foul was on Van Komen, and that'll send Jaden Vaughn to the line, who will hit his first 33-37. 58 seconds left in this third quarter as Pleasant Grove has stepped up its game, scoring more points than they did in the first half easily. Vaughn will hit his second.
So now, after those free throws, Pleasant Grove up 3, 37-34. Just under a minute left in the quarter. Wouldn't surprise me to see Pleasant Grove hold for one shot. Wellman dribbles to the right side.
Ooh.
He gives it to Dave up top, who gives it immediately to Jacob Doman. Doman gives it back to Wellman. Wellman drives inside, throws a lazy pass that's easily intercepted, but then he goes himself and personally steals the ball back, lobs it up there to Van Komen. Van Komen loses the ball, nearly travels, but ends up losing the ball out of bounds. That's going to be off Penyamina Mobley. Pleasant Grove ball. 28.9 seconds left. As Van Komen will check out, Matt McCarty will check in, as well as Jacob Doman's out. Leatham is in. You know, it's Jacob Doman's birthday today, so happy birthday to the big guy. Wellman set to pass in, running out of time, is able to get it in up top to Childs, who will hand off eventually to Wellman here. 23 seconds left. Wellman's going to dribble up top, I assume, and wait for about 10 seconds or so to initiate the final play.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove up by 3, 37-34, as the clock hits 12.
Wellman gives it to Leatham, who's up top. Leatham finds Wellman in the right corner. Wellman crossover, doesn't have anything. Finds Childs, pull up, 3, front iron, no good, and that will end the quarter. Pleasant Grove taking the lead, 37-34, scoring 23 points in that quarter.
That's why he's a Sterling Scholar right here. Quick math.
Quick math, what can I say?
Oh, shoot.
Well, it's
Sorry for all you guys that are watching the video.
So with one quarter left, Pleasant Grove has taken the lead back, 37-34. It's mostly been due to Dave Peterson and his ability to make threes.
Dave had 12 points.
He had half of the Vikings' points that half.
Which was really great for Dave to see him get on track after having a couple struggling games.
Yeah, it's good to see the guy start draining them. You know, it's the one person we haven't really seen much from today has been Keegan Kuhn. Luckily, though, Dave's and Braxton's numbers have been able to make up for it, I think. The game set to get back underway here.
It'll be interesting to see how this quarter plays out because Mr. Vaughn did not have a very good third quarter, but had an incredible first half. Dave didn't have a good first half at all, or past 3 games, but he played incredible.
Yeah, Leaky Fotu really was the big offense for the Mustangs.
Dave will sit now.
So Dave's on the bench, Braxton Leatham on, Keegan Kuhn on, Wellman on, Childs on, and McCarty. Pleasant Grove, they're going to try to trap. Stockton Anger easily breaks the trap, though. And now Noah Vaughn gets it up top to set up the Mustang offense. Anger gets it back on the left side. He'll give it back to Vaughn up top. Vaughn dribbling along the right side of the arc. Picks up his dribble. And now Herriman moves the ball some more. Anger, left wing. Gives it to Vaughn up top. Vaughn taking his time, as well as this entire Mustang team. Fotu eventually now has it up top. Dribbles twice and gives it to Vaughn. Screen set for Vaughn, who rotates the ball quick around for a corner 3, and that's going to be good. That is none other than Jad Darger hitting the 3, tying this game up, 37-all. 1 minute into the fourth quarter, 7 minutes remaining. Wellman dribbling inside. Nice pass. Wrap around behind his head to Matt McCarty, who lays it in with no one around him. Quick 3 the other way, though, in transition by Vaughn, and Vaughn hits. That's his first points of the half after having an absolutely explosive first half. Pleasant Grove has to get out on those 3-pointers by Vaughn. Wellman gets it inside. McCarty, he thought it was fouled, hooked it up at the rim, no good. Quick the other way is the Mustangs, and now a little Euro step jumper is good by Stockton Anger, giving his Mustangs a 3-point lead. Wellman, guarded by Vaughn. On the right wing, He gives it to Childs up top. Childs, hands off to Leatham, right to Wellman. Gets a screen. Wellman drives all the way inside. Air ball's a floater. Herriman ball. Herriman having a great start to this fourth quarter, while Pleasant Grove has had a less than stellar one. And a three-pointer there is no good by Stockton Anger. That would have been the icing on the cake for the Mustangs. But instead, it's Pleasant Grove ball.
Dave will now come back in because they need something.
Childs, he's going to drive inside. He's going to dish it off to McCarty. McCarty finishes over the much smaller Jaden Vaughn to pull the Vikings within 1, 42-41. Fotu gets it on the right side. Right wing, he kicks it up top to Darger. Darger gives it to Vaughn. Vaughn, taking his sweet time, hands it off to Anger. Stockton Anger, dribbling along the right side of the arc, hands it off to Mobley, who gives it to Vaughn. Vaughn guarded by Leatham. Darger, mid-range jumper, no good on the pull-up jumper. Rebounded, though, by Brody Childs. 5 minutes remaining here in this game. Brody at the elbow. Kick out to Wellman. Wellman dribbles it up top to set up the Viking offense here. Down by 1 with 4 minutes and 57 seconds left in the game. McCarty gets it at the high post. Kick out. Kuhn, 3. Just back iron. Keegan hasn't been hitting today.
For the first time in forever.
Stockton Anger gives it to Vaughn. Vaughn guarded by Wellman. Vaughn gives it to Anger up top. Anger finds Darger, who gets it inside to Fotu. Fotu, jump stop, stays on his feet, waits for Childs to jump into him, and he'll draw the foul. I don't think they're going to say that was shooting. No, they will say that he was shooting.
Little on the ground there, but I mean, great play by Fotu to able to draw that foul. He'll go to the line where he's 1 for 5.
Yeah, Fotu's been just having a rough night from the line.
The lefty.
First free throw is good. He's starting to find his stroke. Dave Peterson checks in for Braden Wellman. Or no, Brody Childs. Wellman, he's just going to drop back and talk back with Coach McAllister here for a little bit. Second free throw now for Fotu. He's 2 of 6 after starting 0 for 4. And this one hits all parts of the rim and goes in.
Pleasant Grove down by 3 with 4 minutes left. They need to get something going.
Wellman, guarded by Vaughn, and whistle blown. Not sure what the call was there. Just officials timeout. They wanted to warn, I think, the Pleasant Grove bench. I'm not sure exactly, but
probably because Van Coleman's feet were on the court.
Yeah, so without much further ado, they get back to playing. Matt McCarty, he's working down low, and whistle called on the ground. That's going to be on Fotu. Matt's doing a great job working down low there. That time on the right block, had a nice move. Fotu ended up fouling him. So now Pleasant Grove set to inbound.
Has.
Dave inbounds it immediately to McCarty, who gives it to Wellman on the left wing. Wellman, his pass is just not on target, and it's stolen by Herriman's number 25. That's Jad Darger, who takes it all the way for himself, hits the layup. 5-point lead for the Mustangs. Wellman gives it to Kuhn in the left wing. Kuhn guarded by Mobley. Kuhn dribbling all the way around, and now he's trapped along the baseline. Can't find anything, and a timeout is taken by Dave Peterson. Dave doing a great job to get the officials' attention and take that timeout. Pleasant Grove still has 3 timeouts remaining.
I mean, we can see what team is a fourth quarter team right here because Herriman does not want to lose.
Yeah, I mean,
Herriman is coming out and has played a lot better than Pleasant Grove in this fourth quarter. Pleasant Grove owned the third quarter.
Yeah, it was all Pleasant Grove that third quarter, but this one, it's been the Herriman show, and we've seen a lot of work done by Jad Darger. He's been able to hit from outside, hit inside.
Pleasant Grove maybe going a little bit too fast. I mean, I know people don't like slow offenses, but I mean, they're able to get out into transition unbelievably well, and Darger being the one to capitalize on it most.
Yeah, and now Pleasant Grove will inbounds the ball from the baseline. It'll be Braxton Leatham. The Vikings are just...
They need to find something.
So here we go. Set to inbounds. It's a lob up there to McCarty. McCarty lays it up, and he gets the layup and one. Great play there.
I don't think he expected that one to go in, but great play by Matt McCarty to go up strong. Maybe that'll get this Viking offense going.
Hopefully here as Pleasant Grove trails by 3, pending with this free throw by McCarty, that can get it to a 2-point game. McCarty at the line. He's usually pretty solid, and he will be solid here as he makes it. 44-46.
A little bit of a press here for Pleasant Grove, but I mean, I don't think Herriman will have any trouble breaking it.
Yep, Jad Darger just gets it up the court easily. Pleasant Grove wasn't pressing too hard. Darger guarded by Childs at the free throw line, gives it to Vaughn. Vaughn up top, dribbles back. He'll be guarded now by Childs after the switch. Vaughn, right wing, drives inside, fade away, and it's good. Great play by Jaden Vaughn. He's just got that little fadeaway down so he can finish over those taller guys. Pleasant Grove down by 4. Wellman picks up his dribble at the free throw line, gets it inside. Matt McCarty slams it down. Matt is dominating down low right now.
That's what we like to see down there from McCarty and Wellman. Wellman having a little bit more turnovers than he'd like tonight, but really able to play his best at the end. We've got 2 minutes left. Pleasant Grove down by 2. Herriman with the ball. They'll call timeout. Jaden Vaughn able to take over.
Yeah, we're mixing those names all day here. Noah Valle and Jaden Vaughn. You have 2 minutes, 53 seconds remaining, and Pleasant Grove is down by just 2. You know, neither team is willing to quit easily. It's just been a defensive battle here.
We'll see what team comes out to play this last 2 minutes. I mean, we've seen it's a game of runs, really.
Yeah.
Really, it's been the Noah Vaughn. Jaden Vaughn.
Jaden Vaughn. Herriman, it's been Jaden Vaughn and Leaky Fotu. Leaky, he hasn't been the most reliable player just due to his inability to make free throws here. He's, I believe, 3 for 7, just under 50%. But Jaden Vaughn, it seems like, is able to just make anything he takes. He's a great, great guard. Pleasant Grove, though, it's been Matt McCarty finishing down low all night here tonight for the Vikings.
Brody Childs, we haven't seen much of a scoring threat from him, but he has double-digit rebounds, which is really impressive against this much taller Herriman team.
So now here we go. Herriman ball, 2 minutes, 53 seconds remain.
They're going to work for their shots here, if I am guessing correctly. They're going to wait till they have a good shot. They're not going to rush anything. I mean, they have the lead.
And now Herriman gets into Vaughn. Vaughn's guarded by Wellman, gets a screen from Mobley. And he ends up driving inside, a bad switch, puts up a 7-foot jumper. No good. Rebound, though, by Leaky Fotu. Leaky goes up for the putback, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
We haven't talked about it a lot this year. I mean, not this year, this game. But Pleasant Grove's defensive rebounding is horrible.
Yeah, they've had a tough time all year, really, rebounding the ball. And now Fotu at the line, shooting 2. First one, rims out.
After going 0 for 4, he then went 3 for 3 before missing that one.
So now here he is. He's at 3 of 8. Second free throw here. And Pleasant Grove would really appreciate a miss. And they get one. 3 of 9. Pleasant Grove going quick the other way. Brody gets in the left wing. Gives it to Wellman up top. Wellman gets a screen from McCarty. Pick and roll, nothing there. Brody gets it up top, though, for a 3.
Yeah!
Splash! And that gives Pleasant Grove the lead. 49-48, 2 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. Vaughn. He's guarded by Wellman. Wellman, pressures the shot by Stockton Anger. No good, but an offensive rebound by Herriman, and eventually a tip in there by Leaky Fotu. Give Herriman the lead, 50-49. Just under 2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining. 49-50 with a minute 50 left. McCarty gets it down low. Layup, just off. He'll be fouled, though, on the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul is called against, I believe that's on number 22. That's Peniamina Mobley.
Better than I could have said it. McCarty almost getting another end one, which has been in 4th for the game.
Both teams have 16 fouls, so both teams from now on will be shooting the rest of the way. First one for McCarty. It's good.
Tied ball game here with 1:47 left. This one's coming down to the wire, and if we know anything about coming down to the wire for Pleasant Grove, it's usually not in their favor, but maybe the Tide's turn today.
Hopefully the Tides have turned, as Pleasant Grove's had a lot of heartbreaking losses. Second free throw now for Matt, trying to give Pleasant Grove the lead with just under 2 minutes. And it's no good off the front iron. Tip out, though, by Brody Childs, and Pleasant Grove gets the offensive rebound.
Great work down low. I mean, hey, take your time.
Timeout taken here. They will take their time. Randy McAllister wants to talk it over with this game tied at 50. 1 minute, 38 seconds remaining.
A big part of this game could also be linked to free throws because both teams are at 6 fouls right now. And any fouls are shooting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the weaker free throw shooters, which Pleasant Grove doesn't really have a lot of, but we've seen Herriman's weaker side.
Yeah, so I mean, there's always a little hack-a-shack kind of option should Pleasant Grove decide they want to attempt that. Leaky Fotu has not been a top-notch shooter tonight, but during the pregame stuff, I was telling you, we said, I think Pleasant Grove really would love to hold this Herriman team to about 50 points, and right now that's the score, 50-50. Pleasant Grove just unable to get up in where they want to be at about that 60-point mark. So
Pleasant Grove, I mean, Coach McAllister is a genius on inbounds plays. I mean, we've seen the one that they ran against AF that almost led to a wide-open dunk by Brody, and we've seen all the other ones that he's had. So we'll see if he does anything special or if he just gets it in.
Yeah, they'll just get it into Wellman. Jaden Vaughn really wanted a backcourt violation, but the officials did not give it. Now Childs gets it in the left corner, gets a screen. It's a pick and roll, and McCarty gets fouled on the layup. Great pick and roll work all day tonight by Matt McCarty. He's been setting great screens, rolling off them, and getting in perfect position to get the ball and score. That time, though, he's fouled, and he'll now go to the line to shoot two.
It looked like
it's on Jad Darger.
It looked like Darger was straight up there, and I thought he was too, but we'll see how he does from the line here. Shooting two. Now they're in the one-on-one.
Matt makes the first.
1-on-1.
Pleasant Grove in the bonus. In the game is the birthday boy, Jacob Doman. Hoping he can have a good impact here on his birthday. So
last miss, Matt McCarty had. Brody Childs tipped it out, and they're going to put Fotu over there to see if he can box him out. Childs can jump to the moon, though.
So here we go. We'll see if that situation can work its way out as McCarty's second free throw is no good off the front rim. Rebounded by Darger. He'll give it to Vaughn. 1 minute, 20 seconds left. Pleasant Grove with a 1-point lead. Vaughn dribbling to the left side. He'll get a screen from Sutton. Sutton gets the ball off the pick and roll. One quick dribble inside, and he's just denied by Brody Childs, forces the jump ball, and gets Pleasant Grove the ball back.
That was a heck of a jump there by Brody. We talked about how he could jump to the moon, and he showed it there, getting up there, hands all ball there. Just incredible strength and athleticism.
And now we'll see Braxton Leatham check in for Doman for offensive purposes. Keegan Kuhn set to inbounds the ball, gets it into Wellman. Wellman gets it up.
Such speed.
And gets it safely past half court, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 1-and-1.
Wellman, a very good free throw shooter. Like we said, Pleasant Grove doesn't really have a lot of weak free throw shooters. Their weakest is Matt McCarty, who's shooting about 75% on the season. So Pleasant Grove, 51-50, 1 minute, 2 seconds with Wellman at the line. Leatham will check out, and Doman will come in.
Yeah, they're just going to try to sub those two out as best they can to get Doman in on defense, to get Leatham in on offense. Wellman at the line, shooting 1-and-1. First one, it is, just no good. Rebounded by Fotu.
Some of the Herriman players didn't know it was a 1-on-1.
Still a 1-point game. Just under a minute now to play. 54 seconds. Vaughn, guarded by Doman. Jaden Vaughn moves the ball around. It ends up in Stockton Anger's hands on the left wing. Anger, he'll try to dribble inside, spins it back out, though. Gets a screen, dribbles up top.
Maybe just one shot here.
Yeah, Herriman, it looks like, is maybe contemplating just waiting it out for one final shot. They get it inside, but then quickly right back out to Anger. Yeah, Herriman, it looks like they don't want to
They have one timeout if they need it. Pleasant Grove has 2.
Vaughn guarded by Doman. Vaughn, kick out. There's a 3, and it's no good. It's rebounded by Keegan Kuhn. Keegan is absolutely wrapped up by Fotu. And now Pleasant Grove's best shooter will be at the line shooting 1-1.
He has not had a great game tonight, but Keegan Kuhn has come up clutch.
You know, the last time I remember Pleasant Grove really being in a scenario similar to this was against Westlake. Keegan Kuhn made 2 free throws to give Pleasant Grove a 3-point lead with about 7 seconds left, and Michael Nelson dribbled down the court and drained a 3-pointer at the buzzer to send it to overtime. Kuhn now with the Vikings up by 1, shooting 1-1. The entire Viking team is back set for defense. They don't want any fast break baskets. First one for Kuhn is good.
Oh, scared me a little bit.
It rolled all the way around the rim. It was a bit of a scary shot, but in the end, Pleasant Grove able to make the free throw, give them a 2-point lead. This can make it 3, forces Herriman to only be able to tie.
I imagine Herriman would call a timeout pending this free throw.
And it is good. Keegan makes both. Timeout taken actually by Coach McAllister. I assume they're going to get their best defensive playmakers in there. And
that timeout almost works better for Coach, for Herriman, because to get their subs in and to get everything they want, it's a free timeout. They still have 1 left. But we'll see how that timeout really comes into play, because if they get trapped in a situation and they didn't have to call timeout there, they still have 1 left.
Yeah, I feel like Herriman probably wanted to pass the ball in and try to get it past half court before using their timeout. But instead, they'll have to inbounds from the baseline and go all the way down the court. There's plenty of time still. 13 seconds remain. And if I'm Herriman, there's nowhere this ball's going except for either the hands of Jaden Vaughn or Jad Darger, the 3-point specialist for the Mustangs.
Some people might foul here in this situation. Foul maybe the weaker free throw shooter at Leaky Fotu, make him go to the line. Maybe that's what Coach McAllister's drawing up. I mean, nobody likes free points, but I mean, it doesn't give Jaden Vaughn a chance to work his magic at what seems to be the favorite place for opposing teams to hit buzzer beaters against.
You know, I'm actually a little surprised Leaky Fotu is in the game to give Pleasant Grove the opportunity to attempt that hack-a-shack kind of a strategy. But he is in the game. And now here comes the pass in for Herriman. Anger's going to pass it in. No, timeout. They're going to take a timeout right now.
They're going to see what Pleasant Grove was coming out with and see the play that they wanted. Maybe get a little bit different subs in, see if Pleasant Grove was going to foul, maybe Leaky Fotu. But
yeah, Pleasant Grove has to they just don't want to allow any easy 3-point shots, because the only thing Pleasant Grove would hate to see is a 3-pointer here at the buzzer.
Yeah, if the clock gets down and they're inside the 3-point arc, inside 10 seconds or 5 seconds, you're going to want to foul so that you can get the ball back, and they're going to have to foul you again. They're going to have less time to get off a shot for the win, which is what they did not do at Westlake when Westlake was here, allowing for a double overtime miracle for Westlake. Who, by the way, who was the guy that hit the shot?
Michael Nelson.
Michael Nelson is averaging 2.5 points per game, and against Pleasant Grove, he has,
I believe, he scored 11 the last time they
11.
played, and when they played in the double overtime game, he scored 12. So he averages right around that 12, 11-point game. He was his team's number 2 scorer in both those games. He usually averages 2. So here we go. Herriman set to pass it in. They get it into Vaughn. 10 seconds. Vaughn at midcourt. Vaughn gets fouled by Doman. And now Vaughn will go to the line shooting 1-1 with 9.3 seconds remaining.
this can go either way.
We haven't seen Vaughn shoot here at the free throw line.
Maybe once or twice.
So I don't think he's actually gone to the line tonight. It's been a fairly clean game, both sides.
The refs have done a really good job here.
The important thing here is Matt McCarty needs to box out Fotu. First one is good. So now it's only a 2-point game. 53-51, Pleasant Grove with the lead. 9.3 seconds remaining.
This could go either way.
Pleasant Grove has 1 timeout remaining. Second free throw here,
They're going to want to box out.
and it's good.
Timeout on the inbound. Both teams will be out of timeouts.
And there's 9.3 seconds remaining.
It's getting kind of a little bit cold here in Valhalla, but we'll see who has the ice in their veins, really.
Yeah, it's just time now to see if Pleasant Grove, they need to, A, successfully inbound the ball. Any sort of turnover here would be
Catastrophic.
just absolutely terrible for the Vikings. Good thing to note for Pleasant Grove is they can run the baseline here.
We've seen highlights of Coach Mack calling a baseline pass across, also throwing a baseline pass across and having the baseliner run down and having a long layup, hitting the home run ball, high risk, high reward situation. They'll probably just try to get it into Braden Wellman and have him get up court because that's what he does best.
Yeah, in fact, usually in this situation they have Keegan Kuhn inbounds it. However, I wouldn't be too surprised to see Wellman inbound it, trying to get it into Kuhn, as Kuhn is their team's #1 free throw shooter.
Yeah, all Pleasant Grove fans really don't want to hear this, but how many turnovers did they have on inbounds plays last week?
Just absolutely far too many.
And it'll be interesting because they had to have worked on it during practice. And so we'll see what else Coach McAllister has drawn up. Maybe Dave Peterson to inbound. Dave, also one of the best shooters. It's going to be Wellman.
Wellman, yeah, they are going to inbounds it, trying to get it to Leatham, Kuhn, or Peterson. Child's also on the court for the Vikings. Here we go. Wellman running the baseline, trying to get it in. Gets it into Peterson, and he's wrapped up. Foul. Peterson will go to the line. 8.6 on the clock.
Dave needs them both.
I mean, he's definitely been Pleasant Grove's hottest shooter tonight, at least in that second half, that third quarter specifically.
He's really played one of his best games here at Pleasant Grove, a transfer from Lone Peak.
And he's it's really been one of his better games. He's really made a
huge impact to really get the momentum flowing for Pleasant Grove. And now see if he can match it here. It's a 2.
He is shooting 2. First one. Oh, it's no good. That's when things get a little scary if you're Pleasant Grove. We're going to see Matt McCarty check in for Braxton Leatham for defense. Second one now here for Dave.
I feel like I've seen this movie before.
Oh. Dave, he's got to make it.
All 4 of the Herriman fans chanting choke.
And it is good. 2-point game. 8.6 seconds left.
Don't foul now.
Vaughn dribbles it up the court. Vaughn driving inside. Layup. No good. Rebound. And that's going to be the game. That's the game. Pleasant Grove pulls it out, winning by 2, 54-52.
That was about as good a look as you can get. Noah Vaughn almost wide open. Maybe thought he was going to get a little bit of contact there, which we know can throw off a shooter. Hanging in the air, throws off a bank. A little bit too hard, off the front rim. That was a crazy ending because I honestly felt like we were going to go to overtime, and I know you did too.
I thought that he had it. He had a great look at the hoop, but in the end, he just was unable to lay it in. It was a left-handed lay-in, and so it was just tough here for the Vikings. Losing this, or excuse me, not tough for the Vikings, tough for the Mustangs. The Pleasant Grove pulling out the win 54-52. It's time to announce the player of the game.
Sponsored by Pizza Factory.
Cole, who's our player of the game tonight?
I think the player of the game has got to go. The player of the game last week went to Matt McCarty and Braden Wellman, but I think this week's got to go to Dave Peterson.
It does. I agree. Dave Peterson was really the spark plug for Pleasant Grove in that third quarter, rallying them when they were down by a couple. He scored 12 points, all of them threes, and was able to get Pleasant Grove back in this game and get them the win, including that last free throw there at the end. So congratulations to you, Dave Peterson, our player of the game. With that, it's a great win. Pleasant Grove will be playing on Friday at home against Riverton. So we'll hope to see you then.
Yep, they will be 5-3 in region now, which is tied for second place. A win at American Fork, if their records stay the same, would give the edge to Pleasant Grove. We'll see you on Friday.
Yeah, we'll see then. So without much further ado, I'm Ethan Hollis.
And I'm Cole Karen.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you Friday.